We are probably one of the last generations of Homo sapiens, because in the coming generations, we will learn how to engineer bodies and brains and minds. Humans are now hackable animals. The whole idea that humans have, they have this soul or spirit and they have free will and nobody knows what's happening inside me. So whatever I choose, whether in the election or whether in the supermarket, this is my free will, that's over.
What kind of world do you want for yourself and your posterity? Because there are people out there, social engineers, psychological operators, who are already planning our future for us. And one of those is Yuval Harari. Now you might question, who's Yuval Harari? He's supposedly, according to his About page, an Israeli public intellectual historian and professor in the Department of History at the Hebrew University of Jerusalem. And he's written books like top-selling, bestsellers, popular science bestsellers like A Brief History of Tomorrow and 21 Lessons for the 21st Century. Well, he's got a lesson for you, and that lesson is your data is being collected, mass global surveillance has been activated, and we're duplicating you, and we basically don't need you anymore. I'm going to play two clips right here, and I'm going to try like crazy not to interrupt, but it's going to be very, very difficult because everything that he says right here seems like every cold-blooded American and every human being on the planet should resist this with every ounce of their being. Listen to what he says here. Again, this is Yuval Harari, and he's speaking at a 2018 World Economic Forum conference. Just to put everything into perspective.
We are probably one of the last generations of Homo sapiens, because in the coming generations, we will learn how to engineer bodies and brains and minds. Now, how exactly will the future masters of the planet look like? This will be decided by the people who own the data. Now, why?
By the way, you're not one of the future masters of the planet. That's not what they have in view here. These oligarchs, these global engineers, these psychological operators, they don't have in mind that you're going to be co-mastering the planet with them. You will be in subjection. You will own nothing and be happy, according to the World Economic Forum. You will be merged with your biology will be merged with technology, and there's going to be mass 24-hour day, 7-day-a-week global surveillance. That's what they want to put in place. And we'll hear about this from this same guy in a second.
Is data so important? It's important because we've reached the point when we can hack not just computers, we can hack human beings and other organisms. Now, what do you need in order to hack a human being? You need two things. You need a lot of computing power, and you need a lot of data, especially biometric data. But control of data might enable human elites to do something even more radical than just build digital dictatorships.
Human elites building digital dictatorships. I mean, he's laying it all out for you. It's like we talked about with that Joe Rogan podcast the other day. It's like, why would they not hide this? Why are they putting it out in the open for everybody to see? Because they don't care. They know they have the policymakers, the lawmakers, the politicians, the law enforcers in their back pocket, and they don't care what anybody says. They're psychopaths. They lack the ability to be empathetic toward other human beings, and they just want to control them. They don't care. And then they'll take it to another extent. They'll launch their entire social media battalion or their mainstream media battalion against you if you point out the obvious takeover of not just the United States, not just Canada, New Zealand, Australia, everywhere. This is a global takeover. If you point out the obvious facts that they lay out in something like this, you'll have Snopes.com going, well, that is completely unfounded. Totally false. There aren't oligarchs. There aren't globalists. There aren't elitists out there laying plans to ensnare the rest of humanity. No, believe Snopes, believe CNN, believe Rachel Madcows, believe all your TV prostitute personalities, those teleprompter reading corporate idiots who've sold their souls long ago so that they can make a quick buck. How many people have just completely sold out the human race just so they could get a paycheck? Not even understanding or realizing, maybe they do, I don't know, maybe they're sociopathic and psychopathic, but really not even realizing that everything that they're doing today will enslave their posterity in the days to come.
By hacking organisms, elites may gain the power to re-engineer the future of life itself. Because once you can hack something, you can usually also engineer it.
Re-engineering life itself, hacking something, engineering something. The thing that they're talking about hacking is us. It's you, it's me, it's your children, it's your great-grandchildren. They're wanting to hack and control every single one of us.
All of life, for 4 billion years, dinosaurs, amoebas, tomatoes, humans, all of life was subject to the laws of natural selection and to the laws of organic biochemistry. But this is now about to change. Science is replacing evolution by natural selection with evolution by intelligent design. Not the intelligent design of some god above the clouds, but our intelligent design and the intelligent design of our clouds, the IBM cloud, the Microsoft cloud. These are the new driving forces of evolution. And at the same time, science may enable life, after being confined for 4 billion years to the limited realm of organic compounds, science may enable life to break out into the inorganic realm.
Ooh, I can't wait. And in the words of all furniture and car salesmen, but wait, there's more. Listen to what he says about free will. He's basically saying, hey, your free will? No, it's not basically. He does say your free will, it's over. We're going to set up the surveillance apparatus, the global surveillance apparatus. We're going to find out what you do, what you like, where you go. We're going to learn your brain. We're going to learn who you are. We're going to step in and we're going to take control over everything, including you.
Humans are now hackable animals. You know, the whole idea that humans have...
That's how I'm going to start every single one of my shows from now on. Hello, fellow hackable animals.
You know, they have this soul or spirit and they have free will and nobody knows what's happening inside me. So whatever I choose, whether in the election or whether in the supermarket, this is my free will. That's over. Free will, that's over.
That's over.
Over.
Free will? Oh, you thought you were going to make a choice in the supermarket? Oh, you thought you were going to make a choice on what you were going to watch on TV, or thought you were going to take a choice to, hey, let's step out of the house and take a walk. Let's go to the park. Let's have a picnic. You thought you had a choice. Those days are over, according to the World Economic Forum speakers.
Today, we have the technology to hack human beings on a massive scale. Yeah, I mean, everything is being digitalized. Everything is being monitored. In this time of crisis, you have to follow science. It's often said that you should never allow a good crisis to go to waste, because a crisis is an opportunity to also do good reforms that in normal times people will never agree to.
Good reforms. Good according to who gets to define that this was good? Who gets to define who benefited from this? Who gets to decide who gets control when the dust settles at the end of the day? Remember, Rahm Emanuel said this exact same thing. Hey, never let a good crisis go to waste. What I mean by that is it gives you an opportunity to do something you otherwise couldn't have done unless there was a crisis. Because when you lead the people toward crisis, it's the building blocks of the Hegelian dialectic. Problem, reaction, solution. Create the problem or create the crisis or co-opt a crisis that's already in progress. Wait for the fear-based reaction, because when the people are numb, and they're brainwashed, then they react on the plane of fear and not on the fear and emotion, and not on the plane of the higher plane of intellect, problem, reaction, and then step in to provide the pre-planned solution that you had from day one because you wrote the script.
But in a crisis, you see, we have no chance. So let's do it.
Vaccine won't help us go to the test, of course.
The vaccine will help us, of course. It will make things, more manageable. Surveillance. People could look back in 100 years and identify the coronavirus epidemic as the moment when a new regime of surveillance took over, especially surveillance under the skin, which I think...
A new regime of surveillance took over, especially surveillance under the skin. They don't care. Here it is. Here's what we're going to do. Here's our playbook. It's like the two teams going to the Super Bowl and one of the teams going, here's our playbook. This is every single play we're going to run. And there ain't nothing you can do about it because we have all the money. We have all the power. We have the political process. We have the lawmakers. We have the law enforcement class who is going to do our will because they're just following orders. They didn't make the laws. They're just following them and enforcing them. Here's our playbook. Here's every single run and every single down and every single quarter that we're going to play. And they don't care.
Is maybe the most important development of the 21st century is this ability to hack human beings, to go under the skin, collect biometric data, analyze it, and understand people better than they understand themselves. This, I believe, is maybe the most important event of the 21st century. By hacking organisms, elites may gain the power to re-engineer the future of life itself. Because once you can hack something, you can usually also engineer it.
Natural selection.
And if you can hack it and engineer it, you can control it because that's what it's about. It's about control. It's beyond money. It's beyond profit. It's all power. Power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely. How can any human being on this earth do anything but resist this?
Is replaced by intelligent design. The era of inorganic life is now beginning.
In the coming decades, AI and biotechnology will give us godlike abilities to re-engineer life and even to create completely new life forms. We are about to enter a new era of inorganic life shaped by intelligent design. Our intelligent design.
Man, there are people out there working behind the scenes and in front of the scenes, behind the curtain and in front of the curtain, telling you exactly what they're going to do. There's no telling what kind of technology that they have that they haven't even released to the public yet, and that we'll never know. Leave your thoughts about this for the world and the global thought, please, in the comment section below. Is this how you want your future to look? These people in absolute control of everything you and your posterity does for the rest of their life. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. I'll see you guys in the next video.
We will ban in the European Union the Kremlin's media machine. The state-owned Russia Today and Sputnik, as well as their subsidiaries, will no longer be able to spread their lies to justify Putin's war and to sow division in our union. So we are developing tools to ban that toxic and harmful disinformation in Europe.
Right, but I never got you.
My name's Pitt, and your ass ain't talking your way out of this shit.
No. I just want you to know how... I just want you to know how sorry we are that things got so fucked up with us and Mr. Wallace. When we got into this thing with the best intentions, really. I never...
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration? I didn't mean to do that. Please, continue. You were saying something about best intentions? What's the matter? Oh, you were finished. Oh, well, allow me to retort. What does Marcellus Wallace look like?
What?
What country you from?
What?
What ain't no country I ever heard of? They speak English and what?
What?
English, motherfucker! Do you speak it?
Yes.
Then you know what I'm saying. Describe what Marcellus Wallace looks like.
What?
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. Say what one more goddamn time.
He's black.
Go on.
He's bald.
Does he look like a bitch?
What?
Does he look like a bitch?
No!
Then why you try to fuck him like a bitch, Brett?
He didn't.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did, Brett. You tried to fuck him. And Marcellus Wallace don't like to be fucked by anybody except Mrs. Wallace. You read the Bible, Brett?
Yes.
Oh, there's this passage I got memorized. Sort of fits this occasion. Ezekiel 25:17.